So 969, good morning at your More Music Request Workday. All thanks to Petter Suspension and Brakes and Tyre Right, Alice Springs. You're here with Loz, and we're going to get into part 2 of our ramble.
We didn't have a hangover, but I did think of something once we got off
hangover?
Yeah.
You mean a cliffhanger?
No, I like a hangover.
All right, then. All right, sorry.
No, I don't really like a cliffhanger. I don't like a hangover, but I like the idea hangover is the word.
Sure, change your group.
Because it is a hangover, because it hangs over us.
Do you know where
Because if we're going to talk about it, maybe we don't want to talk about it sometimes.
Do you know where that originally came from, that phrase, being hungover?
Tell me.
Do you know?
Because you're an expert at these things.
What useless information that I store in my brain.
I
yes,
love it.
I am an expert at that. So the phrase like being hungover or whatnot was back in the day, I don't know the year, don't ask me the year, but I'm talking ancient times, like, you know, pubs in Ireland and England and whatnot. Like,
sounds like
the
fun.
original pubs, they used to have a rope outside the pub, and when you had drunk too much, you'd be hanging over the rope, so you were hungover, which inferred you had drank too much.
They didn't kill you. They're not hanging you with a rope.
No, as in like you would hang over it, like hang over a railing, like you know, like because it was like you were sleeping it off by using the rope.
Oh, you
to
just
like
lay
rest.
over it.
Yeah, to rest. Yeah, so you were hung over.
Oh, I'd like to have a look at that.
Yeah,
I'm going to look that one up.
Do
I
it.
think. Yeah, it sounds good. Okay, today is Bastille Day. I worked out. That was something we could have talked about.
Bastille Day.
Let them eat cake was the original quote, but you tell me off air that it's not the
Well, there's
correct
actually
quote.
very
because it was Marie Antoinette, wasn't it?
It was Marie Antoinette, and there was there was many like in history conflicting opinions that she actually never said that.
Really? Because that just ruins everything.
I know, but there's a lot of historians that have said that she never actually said that, and if she did, it was taken completely out of context. Like she never with the intention was like, let them eat cake. Like that was never something that she did.
So a little bit of background on it. Basically, today's the day they stormed the Bastille, and it was because everyone was basically poor.
Yeah.
And the royalty were rich, and it was, basically storming the Bastille to take over the country and return it to the people. That was the thing. And one of her advisors supposedly came to her and said, "Oh, the people are restless. They're upset. Blah 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 blah. They've got no food because I think they were starving. I don't know whether there was some sort of famine going on." And her response was, "Well, if they have no bread." I think it was something to do with bread, wasn't it? If they don't have any bread, they've got no bread. Oh, well, let them eat cake. She was just so far removed from what was going on that for her, in her world, she could have just said, "Oh, well, I won't eat bread today. I'll have some cake," And that was her way of putting it. In theory, that's what happened. What are you going to tell us? What do you got?
No, I was just thinking, wasn't Louis? That's who she married, right?
Yeah,
wasn't he like super young?
maybe.
I'm feeling like, as we're sitting here talking, my like old history lessons are like coming back, and I'm sitting. I don't know how old he was when they got married, but in my head, I'm like, didn't he become?
I don't think anyone was really old in those days. They didn't live old, did they?
Was it him or was it his son? One of the. I'm trying. That's why I'm. It's going to do my head in now. I need to remember.
So to put it in context, this is in the late 1700s, like 1790.
Yeah, and one of them
there.
became king like super young.
Yeah,
and I can't remember if it was Marie Antoinette's Louis, like her husband, that king, or if it was like their child.
But even 100 years ago in Australia, people didn't live that old, so they would have been young.
No, but I'm talking like they got married at 12.
12,
like
okay.
It was something.
Really young.
That's what I mean. It was something crazy, and I cannot for the life of me remember.
Well, you sound like you're remembering a lot.
No, because
Much
I feel like I feel like I'm twisting it in my brain. I don't feel like I'm giving the right information. I feel like I've got 3 different bits of history and I'm making them one story and they're not.
Okay.
It's going to annoy. I'm going to have to do some history lessons later on.
I have to say this too. Today is the 14th of July and my brother turns 50 today.
Oh.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yes.
Good job. It's funny because do you know what I actually wrote on my log today?
What's that?
I'm not even kidding. You can look at it. I wrote today's date / someone's birthday. When I was sitting at my desk and I was doing work before I came into the studio.
Lots of preparation.
I was like July 14th. Why do I think it's someone's birthday today?
Well, it's definitely his.
I mean, I don't think I was thinking his birthday, but I was like, it's someone's birthday.
Well, there you go. So, look, it's an interesting day in history. It led to all sorts of changes, obviously, in France and the French. But the side effect of it was the Madame Guillotine. They chopped off her head with Madame Guillotine. So Marie Antoinette, and I assume the king as well? Was it whoever that...
I love history.
Louis, was it Louis you were just saying?
Yeah, Louis was who she was married to, I'm pretty sure.
I think they chopped off their heads with a guillotine. They chopped off all of the, so Madame Guillotine, they said. Pretty gruesome times, but I guess this is the price you pay if you don't treat your people well, if you're in leadership, and the same in Australia. If you don't treat people well, you'll probably get kicked out at the next election. I was reading what the Prime Minister earns, and I think he gets about $600,000 a year or something.
Yeah, right.
He's the highest paid politician. But strangely, the second highest paid politician in Australia is the Premier of Victoria.
Really?
Yeah, getting also around the 600,000 mark. And then the Deputy Prime Minister gets less than the Premier of Victoria. And then all the other premiers sort of float in under that. And then our Leah Finocchiaro, she gets $350,000.
How do you know everyone's salaries?
That's what they put it out there. They published it in the paper on the weekend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like it's public knowledge.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're politicians. So 350,000. That'd be all right, wouldn't it?
That'd be nice.
That's what we get. That's what we get in a year here, don't we? No.
The headache that would come with politics, I don't know if it's worth it.
Well, I don't know, but I think for me, the way it positions itself, like obviously some of these people, if they're in the private sector, earn a lot more money. But the way that you position yourself is you do your time in politics, make your way up the tree, just like any career. It's like a career almost, because if you're going to get 600,000 for being Prime Minister, and there's only one at a time of those, and, you obviously have to do your time, work your way up, be good with the people, learn your way through, learn the party politics, play all those games. It's a bit of a game. Obviously that's the aim now. The aim is to get as high as you can and get as much money as you can.
True.
I don't think everyone does it. Like they say Malcolm Turnbull, because he was worth a lot of money, he didn't do it for money, people like that. And if you look at Trump, he hands his whole wage back as well in America. So some people do it for the right reasons, I guess. But I mean, if you look at Trump, maybe it's more ego to him anyway.
True.
It's about power.
I can't even think about Trump.
Yeah, but it just seems interesting to me. Like I remember when I first came here 20 odd years ago, salaries for politicians were about $70,000 a year.
I guess back then, though, that was considered extremely high.
It was pretty good. Like you could think about having a career in politics. A lot of people did. They'd come to the local council, be on the local council here in Alice Springs, and make their way to being a state politician, or an NT politician, getting around 70,000. That was you did your time on local council and played the right game, and did all the politics with everyone. Got yourself pre-selected, and off you went. Anyway, enough of all that.
To wrap up the politics chat and part 2 of the morning ramble, we're going to get into the music for your more music request workday, but I want to end it on this note. While we've been chatting,
You found the quote?
No, not the quote. I've just been doing some I need facts. I like facts.
Yeah.
And whilst we were talking, I was trying to remember who the young king was.
Yes.
Was it Marie Antoinette's husband or their kid? It was their kid. And he was 10.
He was 10. That was Marie Antoinette's son, yeah?
He was the King of France from 93 to 95. It says he never actually ruled, obviously, because he was 10, but he was still the King of France when he was 10 years old for 2 years.
Right.
Anyway, on that note, what did you do when you were 10?
What happened to him?
We'll talk about it after.
I'm sure we'll find out. See you tomorrow.
If there's a song you want to hear, let us know, 8955 969.